Welcome back, everyone. In the Carter File tonight, getting the economy rolling again, and at the same time dealing with the infrastructure deficit. Ottawa's putting up the dough, part of the new Prime Minister's promise to sacrifice balanced budgets for needed spending. Premier Dwight has been in Ottawa talking about this province's share. He joins me now, having returned only a short time ago. Welcome, Premier.
Well, it's great to be here, Glenn.
You had meetings in Ottawa. You met with a number of federal cabinet ministers to talk about this. Did you come away any more clear about what that infrastructure spending is going to mean in dollars and cents for Newfoundland and Labrador?
Well, first of all, there was a Building Canada Fund, which is around $400 million that's been announced or re-announced. This is really older money, part of the original Building Canada Fund. So first of all, we've got to get the MOUs, a memorandum of understanding around, where we would be in this. These agreements have never been completed, even though this money has been available for quite some time. So we're formalizing that right now. Some of this will impact communities, let's say less than 100,000 people, and so on. So first of all, we deal with that immediately because we want to get that money rolling right now. And there's a provincial share, of course, of all of this, and some of it will mean there's a share from communities as well. So
is that going to be a problem? Provincial share? We're tight for money. If you've got to throw in, is that going to be a problem?
No, and this is the things that we need to figure out right now before we make the commitments on infrastructure. Because anytime we can leverage money, in this case, we would be leveraging about 60% more money with our 30% share. So it's important for us to use the leveraging opportunity anytime we can to get better value and more value for the money that we would invest, and therefore keep Newfoundlanders and Labradorians working.
How would this money show up in communities and towns all over the province?
There's a number of different things that can be done. Water projects. It could be including road work as an example. A trans-labrador highway is another example. So there's a multiple of things that we can do. But we've got to get those agreements finalized first. So that was important for me to get up there and just make sure that we both understand, what's the commitment from us, what would be the commitment from the federal government. But I can assure you, they want to get this money moving to Newfoundlanders and Labradorians. And we want to make sure we get this money moving from Ottawa as well.
And speaking of money from Ottawa as well, equalization, that piece has been on your mind for some time now. Is it realistic to think that issue could be fast-tracked in any way, that Newfoundland and Labrador could come into some equalization money that it hasn't had in a number of years?
The equalization formula is a formula that's reviewed on a regular basis, very complex. So we've pitched our case, but in terms of equalization, really it's a national program right now, and that would mean that all provinces would have to be reconsidered. So opening up the equalization file right now is really not an option for the federal government. Even when it gets reviewed, there's a 2-year period that it takes then to analyze the data, so the right amounts and the prescribed amounts that we would be entitled to would be put in place. So really right now the equalization is not an option for us, but there are options outside of equalization when it comes to things like infrastructure and other programs. The program that we just mentioned a few minutes ago is added to that will be any infrastructure money that will be added to the federal budget for 2016, 2017. So there are a number of options right now available to us, but I can tell you the working relationship between us and Ottawa right now is very good. And Minister Foote is doing a superb job. She's opened up a lot of doors for us. And, we're working very hard on making sure that Ottawa is part of the solution that we face in our province right now.
Premier Ball, I want to thank you very much.
Thank you.